not joking. Like me and him were basically like the same person.
Yeah, I
Did the
always just
same
assumed that
thing.
he was joking.
No, bro. He has like the same thing that I did.
No, he's not joking. I mean, you got if you know enough about Pro Man, you can tell that if he's not already possibly being having suicidal thoughts or depression, he's definitely prone to it. The situation is right for it. Okay, he's almost 17 years old. He's back. He's dropped out of high school 3 times already. Now he's going back to high school as a freshman at 17. I mean, that's depressing, right?
Yeah.
And he's got really no skill sets other than gaming.
Yeah.
I mean, it's enough to make me depressed for him, let alone him being depressed.
Yeah. I really can't tell depression from boredom though. Like, if I'm really bored, I'll kind of think I'm depressed. But I mean, I've never had suicidal thoughts. Never.
Boredom is.
But I told Paxton. No, I didn't tell you phone.
That.
No,
Yeah.
I told.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I'm bored.
I told. So man. Everything like. Me and him are basically on the same page about everything. It's not even funny.
But yeah, like, sometimes I'll be bored, and I think that might be depression, but, yeah, I've never really had suicidal thoughts.
Well, they suck, bro.
Yeah.
Why would you have suicidal thoughts, Kingsman?
It's like stuff that's happened, bro. I would prefer not to talk about it. I only told Pro Man because he told me his first.
I think Pro Man also does drugs. Like, one time he told me that I could hear him in the background talking to someone about bringing weed to his house or something like that.
Sadly, it's his sister. It's always his sister. It's like, man, I was like, his sister's a terrible sister. To bring him drugs, bring him around her friends that do drugs and are criminals in some way. And yeah, every time people call and says I'm drunk, I'm high, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing hanging around with your sister and her friends? They're just no good. Just like no good. But
yeah,
for someone who just sits at home and plays video games all the time, it's like, why not, But that one why not reason kind of messes him up. Because he's chemically, he's like emotionally unstable. He definitely should not be messing with drugs that also alter his brain chemicals.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like if he does acid or anything, or something that'll make him trip, then he could, and he still has suicidal thoughts. That would just go bad. That's why I don't do acid.
Well, you really shouldn't do any type of drugs, but yeah.
Well, that's okay.
I mean, like I go to Turks and Caicos every year. And there, it's not. Oh crap! I just died trying to get up there. Like, smoking weed is a normal thing. I mean, it's illegal there.
I do more than that, bro. If you don't
yeah, I've never even smoked a cigarette.
Yeah, I've done that before. I did it yesterday. Rangers finding stuff about me that basically, like, barely any people know. Ranger, are you confused with what I'm saying? Like, why? What I'm doing?
Not really. I mean, I've been around crime a lot more than you would actually imagine too, myself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I always thought he was just joking about, well, I'd heard, I think, from either Mackenzie or someone that,
I don't know, bro. Like,
you know,
you should like, if you've heard about it
that
before
Pro Man
about
did
people
drugs.
having suicidal thoughts, they never joke. Like, I don't joke around when I say stuff.
You've heard Pro Man say that, like, he's gonna kill someone's family? Haven't you heard that?
I've never heard him say that.
Yeah.
No, I've never
No,
heard him
never
say
mind.
that.
Never. He tells
I
me that all the
wonder
time.
if he's joking.
Well, he might not be joking, but he doesn't have the means to do it. He doesn't have a car, so he you know, you can't walk away from a crime scene, you know. He doesn't own a weapon. He doesn't own a weapon other than a butter knife. So, you know, see what I mean? He might want to do it, but he doesn't have the means to do it. So that's a positive right now.
Like, on several occasions, he's threatened to murder, I'm not gonna say whose family.
What?
But I thought it was always a joke. Like, I've heard that he had depression and, like, suicidal thoughts, but, like, the whole killing people's family...
I've never had homicidal thoughts.
I've never thought that that was, like, real.
Whose family? Mackenzie's?
Yeah.
Do they not get along anymore?
No. I don't think so.
Oh my god.
And also mine, but I always thought he was joking, so I never took anything to it. But now that I'm hearing this, I'm not really sure if I should be hanging around Pro Man anymore.
Because a normal person, even within the range of being normal, would never say that they're gonna kill somebody or somebody's family. I mean, you just don't say that kind of stuff.
I thought that Pro Man was messed up in the head, but I thought he was joking. You know, some people make like Jew jokes and stuff like that, like he does.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just thought that it was like, you know, a very poor taste joke. But yeah. Because, you know, Pro Man jokes about some pretty messed up stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he'll joke about 9/11, Jews, Hitler. I always just thought that it was like a very poor taste joke.
Yeah, I have the Iron Seed, bro. I don't know, Ranger. I've never had, like, I guess me and Pro Man are all the same, except I've never had homicidal. Like, I'd never say, I don't know, maybe once in a while I would be like, I'm gonna kill you.
I've threatened to beat up my brother, and like sometimes I'll joke around about like, you know, killing him if he's not gonna turn down his like music, but you know, not like, oh, I don't say like, Cameron, I'm gonna strangle you in your sleep if you.
But that's your family member. That's your own brother. And if you were gonna do it, you have the means to do it. You know, you can just go to his bedroom, middle of the night, and suffocate him if you wanted to. Of course, you know, you wouldn't do that. Your brother's still alive, obviously.
Yeah.
But in Pro Man's case, he's not gonna actually do it, but I guess he's just expressing that he's upset enough that he would want to, and again, it shows his really poor taste or poor judgment in even saying something like that, because saying something like that is just not even in the realm of close to being considered to be normal or acceptable in any way.
Yeah.
and he just doesn't know. He
Yeah,
just doesn't.
I've never
Don't
joked
kill him.
about
Don't kill him.
killing someone else, but also like, you know, I've never
Okay, kill him.
really truly joked about killing my brother.
Did I get an exotic? Oh no.
Yes, treads upon stars. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Good roll.
I got tread upon stars and exotic.
Dude, I got a good roll on my tread, firefly, and lash resort. But I mean, I guess it's not too good.
I got firefly, triple and triple tap.
That's way better. I would have wanted that one.
But you know, it's not better than the hung jury though. It's not better than the hung jury.
I have
I know.
light
I still
support,
just wanted one though.
optics, and reactive reload.
It's close. It's close to the hung jury, but it's not better. I use the hung jury exclusively. I mean, even when I'm in Crucible, hung jury. Throughout the raid, hung jury.
Wait, was this the Nightfall?
Yeah, that was the freaking Nightfall. It was kind of easy, huh?
Yeah, I thought that was like a Vanguard.
I mean, I wasn't even trying. I really wasn't even trying.
I was really talking with y'all the whole time, so.
Can we go to the tower? I ranked up on something.
I'll be right back. I'm going to more
But yeah, like I've never really joked about killing someone. Never.
Because you just don't. You just don't. I mean, somewhere along the way, as you're growing up, you learn that that's not acceptable. You learn by either your family, your parents teach you that, your siblings teach you that, your school teaches you that, your classmates, your friends at school teach you that, your preacher teaches you that. You know, somewhere along the way, society teaches you don't say those things because it's just not acceptable. Just like you don't go freaking running down the street naked. It's not acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
But
hey Ranger, can you take us, can you take us to the tower?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really realized how much stuff is happening around that.
I mean, I'm not saying, like, I hope this conversation does not affect you to the point where you're going to shun him, because he does need friends, and if he starts losing, I think for some reason he got really close with you. Ever since that day he saw you in person at school, I think he got really close to you. Like, I don't know, he just bonded.
I mean,
he just bonded with you instantly for some reason.
Friends.
He just bonded with you instantly that day. That was pretty funny. But if you were to shut him, I think he would be pretty pissed off.
Yeah. Wait, Pro Man doesn't have a car? I thought he had a car. I mean, he's 17.
He doesn't have. Well, he's 16.
I thought he was 17.
No, I don't know. I don't think he's 17 yet. He hasn't taken driving classes. So he doesn't have a driver's license. He says his parents have a truck waiting for him. And I've seen this said truck waiting, just sitting there. But since he doesn't have a driver's license, he doesn't really work. I mean, I think once in a while he goes and helps out with his dad doing construction, and he gets paid some money, but that money goes directly into games, not anything else. So
yeah.
So
like, honestly, I can buy
anywhere.
like maybe one game every like 2 months, and then I'll mention a game, and then Proman's like, "Oh, I might buy that," and I'm just like, "How do you afford buying a game almost like every week?"
I don't even know how Pro Man gets his money.
He works for his dad. He's always saying that like I'm like, "How do you afford so many games?" And he's like, "Oh, I work for my dad sometimes."
Well, you know, on the flip side of things, he could have turned out to be a much worse kid. He grows up in this. He grows up in a Hispanic family where, you know, that his parents don't really speak English. He's got really bad influenced sister. He lives in a very bad neighborhood. Goes to a very bad high school, full of gangs. He could easily have been a drug dealer, gang member, right now, easily.
Yeah.
But that doesn't appeal to him for some reason. so he stays away from them and he spends more time at home playing games.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really have that criminal element to his personality.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom.
He doesn't have the criminal element, nor does he have the violent element to his personality.
Yeah. So I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom.
Like 78. Sniper rocket. Oh. Well, this is like a really good roll on this this thing that I just got, but I already have one. Oh well.
Put it on start?
No, it's Spectre Pandion Greaves, which is a Titan leg armor with Spectre, so I can put. Well, I have it on right now. I deleted the one that I have, but it's almost exactly as the one I have on right now. Instead of having intellect 78, it had intellect 73. But it had increased sniper, increased rocket launcher. It was a pretty good roll. I don't come across. I wish I wish it came with those specs on a different boot for me to use.
Dude, that picture is cool. I don't know what my song is. How you going for a smash?
But yeah, Pro Man, I don't really think likes Kinsey anymore.
Well, I mean, what happened between them?
Well, no, like Pro Man calls, you know what he says to Kinsey, you know, the B word, stuff like that, and
he doesn't know how to act. He doesn't know how to act around girls. He doesn't know how to act around people in general.
Yeah.
I noticed that because when he's around me, I give you guys a lot of leeway. You guys can say a lot of messed up things, and I'm like, whatever. But I do pay a lot more attention to what you guys say when I'm with other grown-ups, and you guys join my party, and you start saying some crazy ass shit amongst grown-ups who don't really know you.
Yeah, I don't really try.
And that's when I'm like, okay. I just realized that I've been letting this guy slide on saying a lot of crazy ass shit because obviously he doesn't have a filter sometimes.
Yeah, like Pro Man will be saying like Jew jokes when someone in their thing might be like Jewish or something.
He actually tones down on the Jew jokes amongst grown-ups. Maybe around younger people he might be saying that, but amongst grown-ups he doesn't. But he still says enough crazy shit where a few people that are in my party, the grown-ups, the guys that are in my party, they've already him permanent.
They've already what? Your voice cut out.
They've permanently muted him.
Oh.
They refuse to hear anything he's got to say, and that doesn't happen to everybody. That also happens actually to Speeder Ghosts. Speeder Ghost has also been permanently banned by a few people. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna reset my my Bluetooth head receiver to the PS4. Be right back.